Hi everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of Advanced Human Anatomy with me, Hina. This is a vocabulary class. Welcome to Verbling. I know there are a couple of new people here who are completely new to Verbling as well. So I want to extend a big welcome to all of them too. I'm not sure if everybody was watching the last class or was in the last class, but this class is just going to be a continuation of what we covered in the last hour. And what we did was we looked at a very broad and general overview of some of the different organ systems in our body. There was respiratory, reproductive, urinary, skeletal, muscular. We learned about the different types, some of the major organs. And in today's class, what we're going to do is look at 3 or 4 of those systems, depending on how much time we have, and look at the individual parts of each of those systems, okay? So I have attached 2 documents with the class description. One is a Google Doc. Oh, there's noise coming from somebody's mic. One is a Google Doc, and it's called The Human Body, and we actually already looked at the first part of it. But the thing is, on the second part of that document, there are diagrams that we will be using in the class now. So if everybody could have that Google document open, that would be great. There's also a document called Human Body Vocabulary, and we will be going through that and learning some of those terms. Not really learning, but kind of differentiating what the difference is between the terms that we use to describe the human body. Okay, Sammy, okay, I will try to speak slowly. If I talk too fast, do let me know, do slow me down. I will talk slowly if people aren't understanding what I'm saying, or if I'm mumbling or if my voice is unclear, just let me know and I'll slow down, okay? So before we begin, let's get a round of introductions. I know most of the people are the same people from my last class, but let's introduce ourselves to the new people. And let's see. So in today's class, let's say our name, let's say where we are from, and whether or not we like biology and what it is about biology that we like or we do not like. Okay, so my name is Hina. I am originally from Canada, but right now I live in San Francisco in California, and I am a microbiologist. I studied microbiology in university, so to say that I love biology is an understatement. And what I love about it is that it can explain so much about life and why we function the way we do. And we know so much, but in comparison to all that there is to know, we don't even know enough. Okay, so let's start with Christophe. Hi, Christophe.
Hi, Hina. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Christophe. I'm from France, and I am so bad at science. I don't love it.
You don't love it? Okay, that's okay. Hopefully we'll change your opinion.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Christophe.
My
Your opinion. Thanks, Christophe. Next we have Imad.
Yeah, I'm Imad. I'm from Syria. I'm really interested in biology, and I like this class because it's kind of translation for what I've learned in the high school, because I learned it in my native language. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Imad. So yeah, if you learn biology in English or in your own language, I think it's so hard to translate it. Like, I can't translate biology into any other language but English. I speak 5 other languages, but if you asked me to translate biology, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like, I learned it in English and I don't know what the words are in any other language.
Yeah, this is a problem because I learned it in my native language, and my native language is the Arabic, has root in medical science, and you will find very weird expression. So how I can now peer this definition, I can't imagine.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand what you mean and what your trouble is, but hopefully this class will help you clear some of those troubles up. Okay, thank you, Ahmad, for sharing. Next, we have Fernando.
Yeah, hi, I'm from Chile. I'm still here and keep going with your class. This is the second part, so it seems to be very interesting to be part of this system
Perfect.
or this class.
This class? Okay, perfect, Fernando. I'm glad you decided to stick around for the next class. Next, we have Hyujin.
Hello, my name is Huyền. I'm from Vietnam. And generally, I hate biology, but I'm interested in human body.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Hyujin. Yeah, I'm so surprised that you say you hate biology because you always tell me to schedule classes about like medical stuff. I'm like, oh, Hyujin must really like biology.
I'm interested in human body. That's why.
Yeah, I know. It's very fascinating. I agree with you. Thank you for that, Hyujin. Next, we have Juan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Juan Manuel. I am from Mexico. Well, I would like to learn some vocabulary about human body.
Okay, perfect, Juan. I promise you we will help you out with that in today's class. Next, we have Omar.
Yes, I am Omar. Actually, I don't like biology.
Oh, not at all. Okay.
I am studying architecture engineering and from Palestine.
Oh, wow. Okay, architectural engineering. Well, this will be a very different subject from what you normally study, so
Yeah.
I hope you will welcome it as a good change.
Yes, I hope.
Thank you for that, Omar. Next, we have Sammy.
Yes, hi for all. As Omar, I'm from Palestine. I like science, all the science, biology, physics, and computer science, and I'm a computer engineer.
You're a computer engineer. Okay. All right. So we have a science fanatic here. Perfect. Thank you, Sammy. Next, we have Steph.
Hi again. I'm Steffi from France, and I don't know very well biology, but it's a way of practicing English. I'm a student in international business, so it's a way of learning English. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Steph. And lastly, we have Victor.
Hi, I'm Victor from Argentina. I don't like the biology, and I hate biology, but
oh my goodness, that is such a strong word, hate.
But the class is awesome, really awesome. So I like to learn here.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Victor. I'm glad you like class. I hope you don't hate class.
Hate is a stronger word.
I know, hate is such a strong word. I always say if I don't like something, I dislike it. So it's like hate is like, oh, I have hatred for something.
It's not the subject. I don't know what words, but it's me, not the subject.
Teach you another subject?
No. I'm not hate the subject. I don't hate the subject.
Okay.
It's me. I'm bad for that subject.
Okay, I don't think that's true, but hopefully we will change your opinion, just like everybody else's who here dislikes biology.
I hope.
Okay, thank you, Victor. Okay, so like I said in the last class, we covered just a general overview of the major organ systems in our body. For those of you who were not here or who might not be familiar with some of the terms, the answers are on the Google document. So you can go ahead and have a look at that if you want, because we are using the same Google document for this class as well, because if you go down on the same document, there are some diagrams, and we'll be working together to fill those diagrams with the corresponding parts of the body. All right? So let's see, how do I want to do this? Was everybody able to download the document named vocabulary words, human body vocabulary?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is, can everybody open that document, please? I'm going to share my screen, and we will be seeing that document first. And we'll go through it page by page, because the organ systems and their words are divided by page. So so what we'll do is I'll get everybody to read. For example, I'll get you all to read the words on page 1, and then we'll go to the Google document and we will look at the corresponding organ system and then try to figure out where each part of that organ is. Okay? So first, let's just cover some terminology, and then we'll go to the organ system, look at it, see where the parts are, and then we'll go back to the words, learn some more words, see where those parts of the body are, and so on and so forth. Okay? Everybody gets what we're going to be doing in class today? Yes? Yeah? There's going to be like a little bit of going back and forth between the Google document and the PDF for the words, but I hope we will all be able to maneuver it. We're all adults here, so we should be able to handle it. Okay, so let's, I'm going to share my screen now. Let me know if everybody can see it properly. Okay? Can everybody see it? Human body vocabulary words week 1?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, so what we'll do is I will get everybody to read 1 or 2 words together. So what you'll do is you will read the word, and then you will read the description, and then you'll read the second word, and then you'll read the description for that. And then we'll go through the entire page. I'll explain anything that people are unclear on, and then we will go to the Google document, and then we will fill in all of this. So what is 1, what is 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay? So let's start. Hyojin, can I get you to read 1 and 2 on page 1?
Of course. Arteries, any of the blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart to all parts of the body. Heart, the muscular organ inside the chest that pumps blood through the body. Perfect. Thank you, Hyojin. Those are fairly straightforward. An artery is a blood vessel. Sorry, I'm just going to, there's a lot of static coming from somebody's mic. Can everybody like mute themselves? I don't think it's Hyojin. I don't think it's Hyojin, but okay. Yeah, so can everybody please keep themselves muted, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of static coming from your mic and we might not be able to hear what other people are saying, all right? Okay, so that's pretty much clear. An artery is any blood vessel. So a blood vessel are any of the vessel. A vessel is a tunnel, if you will, that carries blood away from the heart to parts of the body, and it carries blood to the muscles, to the organs, to the brain, okay? And then you have the heart. It's the muscular organ inside the chest that holds, that pumps blood, okay? Next, can I get Christoph?
Yeah.
Can you read 3 and 4, please?
Okay, of course. Blood, the red liquid that. Sorry?
It's liquid.
Liquid. Okay.
Liquid, yeah.
Blood, the red liquid that flows throughout the bodies of humans. Veins, one of the blood vessels through which the blood flows to the heart from all parts of the body.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christoph. Can somebody tell me what the difference between an artery and a vein is? So artery, number 1, and vein, number 4. Can somebody tell me what the difference is between the two in your own words?
I think arteries give the supply of the blood to the organs from the heart, and veins return this blood to the heart again to be pumped to the lungs.
Perfect. That's an excellent description. And the word is veins. I think you said veins. It's veins.
Veins.
Yeah, perfect.
Veins.
So exactly. So the heart basically has two sides. So from one side of the heart, blood leaves and it's full of oxygen and it's full of nutrients and it's full of glucose and it's full of all the good things that the body parts need in order to function. So the blood leaves the heart from the arteries and then it goes to all the different various parts of the body, like the muscles, the stomach, the brain, the legs, everywhere. And it gives the body like oxygen and nutrients, and it collects all the waste, like carbon dioxide and all the waste that our cells produce. And then that blood with all the waste and carbon dioxide flows through the veins back into the blood and back into the heart from the other side. So basically think of it like this way. The blood leaves the heart from the left and then it enters the heart back from the right. The leaving vessel is called the artery and the vessel that comes back is called the vein. Okay? Does everybody understand the difference between arteries and veins? It's very similar, but it's all about the direction of the blood and how it flows in relation to the heart. Okay? Everybody's clear?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Next, can I get Victor?
Yes.
Can I get you to read number 5 and 6, please?
Yes. 5. Blood vessels. Tubes in the body through which blood circulates.
Tubes.
Tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6. Capillaries. Blood vessels that join the end of an artery to the beginning of a vein.
Perfect. Thank you, Victor. So does everybody understand what the difference between a blood vessel and a capillary is? Blood vessels are all over the body. Basically, blood flows through them. A capillary connects the end of an artery to the beginning of a vein. So when blood is done passing through all the arteries, it leaves the heart. It does everything that it needs to do, gives oxygen, gives nutrients, and then it has to go back into the heart. So it passes through veins, through capillaries, and the capillaries connect the artery to the vein, and then it goes back into the heart from the vein. Okay? So everybody understands the difference between arteries, veins, blood vessels, and capillaries. They all carry blood, but they all carry blood in a different direction and with different levels of oxygen and nutrients. Okay? Is that clear? Okay. I'm assuming everybody is good with that. Perfect. All right, let's go with Sammy. Sammy, are you there? Okay. Can I get you to read number 7 and 8, please?
Okay. 7 and 8. Gallbladder.
It's gallbladder.
Yes, that's it.
Gall. Yeah. So I know it's written as Gall, but think of it as gall. Gaul. Gallbladder.
Gallbladder.
Perfect.
Gallbladder, a sac attached to the liver, in which extra belly is stored unit needed.
Okay, in which extra bile.
Bile.
Extra bile is stored until needed. Can you say that again? Extra bile is stored until needed?
Extra bile is stored until needed.
Perfect. So the gallbladder is a small sac. A sac is basically a bag-like object. So it's a very small bag which is attached to the liver, in which extra bile. Bile is a chemical that breaks down fat. Okay? So when you eat fat, the fat needs to be broken down using bile from the gallbladder. Okay? And the gallbladder secretes bile to break down fat. Okay. Thank you for that. And can I get you to do number 8 as well?
Okay. Esophagus.
It's esophagus. Esophagus, yes.
Esophagus. The passage for food from the mouth to travel to the stomach.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that, Sammy. So the esophagus is a very long tube and it carries food from your mouth to the stomach. Okay? Perfect. Next, can I get Steph?
Yes.
Can I
9.
Yeah.
large intestine. The lower part of the intestine, including the appendix, colon, and rectum.
Perfect, thank you.
And 10, mouth, the section of the body containing the tongue and teeth, which opens to allow food to pass through.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Steph. Okay, so I'm pretty sure everybody knows what the mouth is. So I'm not going to explain that. But the large intestine is the lower part of the intestine. So the intestine is a part of the digestive system where food is absorbed. So for those of you who were in my last class, so food is ingested by the mouth. It's digested by the stomach and the rest of like the gallbladder, and then it's absorbed by the intestine. So the intestine absorbs all the nutrients and takes it into the blood. So the large intestine is the lower part of the intestine, and it includes organs like the appendix. Everybody knows what the appendix is, right? Everybody has had appendix pain. Okay, appendix is an organ which it's obsolete now. We don't use it, and nobody knows what its function is. This organ, appendix, a lot of people have their appendix removed because sometimes it gets flared up, and by flared up I mean it gets bigger, it gets irritated, and then it starts hurting, and it hurts a lot. So a lot of times people get appendicitis. Appendicitis is when your appendix has become bigger because it's inflamed and it needs to be removed. But the appendix doesn't do anything. It's a part of the body that is completely evolutionary wise, we don't need it. So when you remove it, it's okay. Nothing happens because we don't use it anyways. Okay? Has anybody ever? Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Is it the same word appendix when we read a document and we have kind of attachment document? Is it the same word?
Yes, it's the same word. Appendix. Yes, it's the same word. So when you
like extra.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So appendix is like an extra little organ in part of the large intestine that we don't use anymore. And a lot of people get their appendix removed. And appendix is just an, yeah, go ahead.
No, actually, regarding to your conversation, actually, I'm reading in some place that in a 20 years or maybe 2 centuries more, the appendix has gone of our body for the same thing that you're saying recently, because this organ actually is for nothing. Is I don't know. Is something that we have in our body, all of the human beings, but is useful.
Useless.
Yeah,
yes.
Useless.
You're perfectly right. Yep. What he's talking about is that a lot of research has shown that in about another maybe 200 or 300 years, our appendix is going to be so small that it's going to be like it doesn't even exist, because they've done evolutionary studies on human beings that lived like thousands of years ago, like that lived 40,000 or 30,000 years ago. Their appendix was bigger. But over time, over the centuries, our appendix has gotten smaller, and it's continuing to grow smaller. And one day we won't even have an appendix because we don't use it. Nothing happens from the appendix, okay? And when we look at the diagram of the digestive system, I'll point out where the appendix is so everybody knows which part of the body I'm talking about, okay? But let's move on now. Colon and rectum, these are also parts of the large intestine, and they help in secretion of waste as well as absorption of water. Okay, perfect. Next, let's have Omar.
Yes.
Can I get you to do number 11 and 12?
Okay. Stomach, the large organ like a bag.
Sorry, organ.
The large organ like a bag or a pouch into which food passes from the mouth and throat to begin the process of digestion.
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 Yeah, digestion is the breakdown of food, okay? So you break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, and you absorb them, okay? Perfect.
Okay.
And can I get you to do number 12 as well, Omar?
12. Liver, a large reddish brown organ in people and animals that helps the body absorb food.
Perfect. Thank you so much. What else does the liver do? It helps do a very, very important thing, and a lot of people damage their liver doing this. Who can tell me what it is?
I think it's smoking.
No, that's not the liver, but the other bad thing. What's the other bad thing that damages your body?
Drugs or alcohol?
Alcohol. Exactly. So alcohol is broken. It's stronger than drugs. Alcohol is broken down in the body by the liver. So if people who drink a lot or who are alcoholics, they have liver damage or liver failure. People can actually die of liver failure. So if you drink so much that your liver fails, you can die, because it not only helps absorb food, it also helps the body get rid of toxins. And one of the biggest toxin it removes is alcohol. Okay, so a liver is a very, very important part of the body. Can somebody tell me something interesting about the liver that they know? It's a very unique organ. It's the only organ in our body that does this. It can grow back. Does it grow back? Yeah, the liver can grow back. So if you remove a part of your liver, and you, for example, if you wanted to donate your part of your liver to somebody who had liver failure or liver damage, the liver would grow in that person's body, because the liver is made up of a special kind of stem cell, and it's able to regenerate. It's able to grow itself, and no other organ in the body does that. So when when you send so when all the toxins go to the liver fights the toxins. And a way that it can fight toxins our entire life is because it's able to heal itself and it's able to grow again. So you can imagine how much damage alcohol does to your liver when you drink, that the liver can't even heal itself anymore.
Sorry, Hina.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a question. I write in the chat box that.
Oh, I can't see the chat box. Yeah, go ahead.
The human being can live without liver, but Victor and Samuel say no.
No, you can.
You are the specialist now. You can answer that question.
Okay, so you can live without a liver if you have another way to remove waste from your body. So, for example, if you live on a dialysis machine is a machine that it's like you inject yourself with a needle, and it goes through your body and it collects all of the waste and it brings it out. So a dialysis machine is a piece of machine. It is basically doing what the liver is doing. So without a liver, you would need to live off of a dialysis machine.
Like the watcher, you should watch your body or your blood every 2 or 3 days.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So if you live without a liver, that's how you will have to live. So a liver does all of that too for our bodies. It's one of the most important, and it's one of the biggest organs in our body, the liver. Okay? Go ahead.
So I'm right. So Victor and Samuel, I'm right. We can live without it.
You can, but you can, but if you want to live like every 2 hours or every 2 days, you're like going to the doctor to get a dialysis, then I don't know if you want to live like that. I wouldn't want to live like that, I'll be honest. Okay. So I hope that's clear. Stomach and liver. Thank you for that. And next, can I get Ahmad?
Yeah,
can I get
sure.
you to 13 and 14?
Okay. Pancreas, a gland near to the stomach that helps digestion. Small intestine, so we have large and small intestine. A cylinder part extending from the stomach with a large intestine that completes the digestion of food.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Mud. Okay, so pancreas, a gland near the stomach that helps digestion. What's another thing that the pancreas does? I mentioned it in the last class.
The insulin secretion?
Perfect, yeah. So the pancreas also releases insulin, and insulin is needed by the body to absorb glucose to have energy. And then a small intestine is slender. Everybody knows what slender means, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, slender means thin. A thin part extending. Extending means to go from one part to another. So a thin part of the intestines extending from the stomach to the large intestine that completes the digestion of food. So all the food is finished of being absorbed in the small intestine, and then you move to the large intestine, and in the large intestine you absorb water. Okay? So that is our description of a couple of parts of the body. So in the later half of this list, we covered the digestive system. So now what we're going to do is we are going to...
Skeletal.
Sorry? Oh yeah, there's a lot over here to cover. So we're going to go through it one by one. So I'm hoping that this is not fresh in your head now, so you will be able to label all these parts. Okay? So if everybody can move to the Google document. Can everybody see the Google document? Was everybody able to open it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the Google document, like I said, we covered all of this in the last class. So now we are going to cover all these different organ systems. Okay. So what we're going to do is label this diagram of ours. All right. So you have the words in front of you on the on this, so you can refer to this to label. Okay. Some of the words are not on the list. So like for example, number 1, I'll do number 1 for you. Hold on. Number 1 is not on the list. Number 1 is, who can tell me? Pharynx. Okay. Oh, sorry. Pharynx. Okay. So number 1, this organ right here, this is the throat. It's called the pharynx. Okay. For example, number 2. Who can tell me what number 2 is?
Number 2 is mouth.
Perfect. Yeah, mouth or teeth. Okay. So just like that, we're going to go through and label all of these. I'll call upon each different person for some of them, and then we will label them. Okay. But let's do number 3 together. What is number 3? Can everybody see number 3?
Number 3 is jaws.
Perfect. Yeah. Number 3 is a tongue. Oh my God, why is my spelling so bad? Okay, all right. So we have pharynx, which is the throat. We have mouth, which hold the teeth. Number 3, we have tongue. Number 4, can I get Juan? Can you tell me what number 4 is?
Stomach.
Perfect.
Liver.
No, it's the stomach. Number 4 is right here. And okay. So number 4 is stomach. So this purple organ right here is the stomach. Okay. Fernando, can you tell me what number 5 is? This orange organ right here.
The 5, pancreas. I don't know if pancreas is the name.
Perfect. Yeah. It's the pancreas. Okay. So as we're going through, everybody can, if you don't remember what this organ does, definitely refer to the vocabulary sheet that I've given you. So the pancreas is responsible for insulin secretion, all right? And digestion of certain foods. Number 6, Juan. Juan, can you hear me? Juan, can you hear me? Are you there? Is Juan there? No? Okay. So we have somebody new. We have Hami. And Juan has left us. All right, Christoph.
Oh, please don't ask me. I have no idea.
Okay, number 6, you don't know?
No.
No? Okay, what do you think it is? So from our list, yeah. Which one do you think it is? From number 7 to number 14, which one do you think it is?
From
Can I guess?
Oh, let's give Christoph a chance, and if he can guess it, then sure you can guess. Okay.
Okay. From what to what?
Number 6. So from number 7 to number 14, which one do you think number 6 is?
I think it's
small intestine.
Small intestine? Yeah. That was unfair. I should have given Christoph a chance. Okay, Christoph.
Okay,
that's okay. So number 6 is the small intestine. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what happened in the small intestine. Who can tell me?
Food is absorbed.
Yeah. So you finish absorbing the food in the small intestine. Perfect. Okay. Next we have Sammy. Sammy, can I get you to do number 7?
Number 7 is urine.
Okay, sorry, is this Hami? Okay, Hami, you have to let other people speak, okay? I'll
okay, sorry.
Can he?
Okay. Okay, so Hami, I'll call upon you as well. You can answer as well, but let me let other people speak, and then you can answer if they don't know what the answer is, okay?
Okay, got it.
Perfect. So who was I asking? Sammy.
Yes.
Sammy, can you tell me what number 7 is?
7 is?
Number 7, yeah.
Hami, do you know what number 7 is? Because I don't know.
That's okay. Hami, now you can go. What do you think number 7 is?
It is urine.
It is what?
Urine.
Urine? No, it's not urine. It's something else. It's a part of the large intestine. So let's look here. So large intestine. So which one of these do you think it is? Large intestine. Which part? Somebody else can guess if you want. If you know what the answer is, go ahead.
I think the rectum.
Yeah, this is the rectum. So number 7, this part is called the rectum. So the rectum.
Which part is?
So this.
Which part is?
Which part is what?
Is colon.
Which part is colon? We will get to that as well. Okay, colon is this part here. This part here.
Number 12. Number 12.
Yeah, number 12. So number 12. Let me just do that. Number 12 is colon. Okay. So this part of the large intestine is called the colon. This part is called the rectum. So the rectum is sort of like a pump, and when you have to remove feces, it's this part of the rectum that pushes the feces out of your body. Okay? So what we call pooping. When we poop, it's the rectum. Okay? So poop. Next we have.
Other name is bottom. Is it suitable?
No, bottom is on the outside. So like your butt is on the outside. This is on the inside. These are your organs. So when you say bottom, you're talking about the skin and the flesh. You're not talking about the organ itself. Okay?
Or we can say anus.
We can say anus. Okay, anus is another part, and we will get to that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Let's do number 8. Any questions? Any questions so far? Okay, so let's do number 8. Who can tell me what these 3 glands are? They produce the water in your mouth. Hyujin, do you want to guess?
I forgot the word.
Okay, salivary glands. Okay, so another word for that is salivary glands. So salivary glands produce saliva. And everybody knows what saliva is, right? When you swallow, it's saliva. The water in your mouth that forms is called saliva. And that is produced by these 3 glands over here. Okay?
Is it about spitting?
Spitting, yes. When you spit, it's the salivary glands that have produced saliva, and then you can spit. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Perfect.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Next, can I get Steph?
Yes.
Can you guess what number 9 is, Steph?
Esophagus, maybe?
No, it is esophagus, not maybe. For sure, it's esophagus. Okay? Perfect. So the esophagus carries food from the mouth all the way to the stomach. Perfect. Thank you, Steph. Next, who hasn't gone in a while? Hammy, would you?
Me.
Yeah, who's me? Who is me? Who is
Sorry.
me? Omar? Okay.
I'm Imad.
Yeah.
I'm Imad.
Ahmad? Okay. Ahmad, you can go. Want to do number 10?
It's a liver.
Sorry?
The liver.
Perfect. So number 10 is the liver. So you can see what a big organ the liver is. It's actually huge. It's a very, very big organ. Perfect. Thank you for that, Omar. Next, I'll get Hami. Hami, are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Okay,
but I will try my chance.
Okay. Number 11, so this one right here.
Gallbladder.
Perfect. So this is the gallbladder. For those of you who don't remember, the gallbladder is a sac attached to the liver in which extra bile is stored until needed. So it is small sac and it's attached to the liver. Everybody can see that's attached to the liver, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
And I know it is. It can product the stone by itself.
It can produce. It can
produce stone by itself.
Bile by itself.
I think he's talking about stones.
Oh, stones. Oh, gallbladders and kidney stones. Okay, yeah. Kidney stones, I'm not too sure how kidney stones are formed. Maybe the gallbladder has a part to play in it, but I don't want to give anybody wrong information, so I'm not too sure. Kidney stones, in my opinion, form in the kidneys because it says kidney stones, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so let's move on. Who would like to do the next one? Who would like to do? Yeah, go ahead. Who would like to do number? Yeah, go ahead.
It's appendix.
Perfect. Appendix. So everybody sees this very small yellow piece of not organ but tissue. So this is the appendix. This used to be a lot bigger. It was like as big as the gallbladder, and it used to be over here. But that was like 30,000-40,000 years ago. And now look how small it is. So the prediction is that in the next few hundred years, it's going to completely disappear because we don't use it for anything in our bodies. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that. Who would like to go next?
Hina, can I say something about appendix?
Go ahead.
Is it that right that the appendix is just useful for the animal who eat grass like goats and sheep and cow?
I have heard that as well, that the appendix was used because we only used to eat wheat and grass and plants. But then when our diet changed and we started eating meat and proteins and cellulose and everything, then the appendix became obsolete. I have heard that as well, but there's no concrete proof to back that up. Like I said, scientists don't know why we have an appendix, but they know that we used to have a bigger one and now it's getting smaller. Okay, so that's a very good question, but unfortunately I don't have the answer.
Okay.
Okay, and who would like to do the very last one?
Maybe me.
Go ahead.
I think it is the anus.
Perfect. So number 14 is the anus. So the anus is also part of the large intestine. So you have appendix, colon, rectum, and then anus. So your anus is the hole, the actual hole from where feces comes out. Okay. So number 7 is the rectum, which is like a muscle. It controls how and when the waste comes out of the anus. So the anus is the actual opening. Okay. Is it clear? Yeah, go ahead.
Is it source of waste?
Yes, it's a source of waste. So the waste from your body comes out of your anus.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions about the digestive system? So I'll just label this. This was the digestive system. Okay. Any questions about this one? Anything that we're unclear on?
No.
No? Okay. Perfect. I actually had another picture here. I don't know where it went. Where's my picture? No. Okay. My picture just left me. Damn it. Okay. Do you all want to move on with the next set of definitions? Yes? Okay, let's move on. Alrighty. So now we have, let me just make this a little bigger. And okay. So now we have, what part of the body are we going to talk about now? Who can tell me just by looking at the words?
Skeletal.
Skeletal.
Perfect. Yeah. So now,
movement system.
bones, yeah, the system of bones is called the skeletal system, okay? And if you weren't here for the last class, we covered a little bit about the skeletal system in the last class, okay? So the part of the body that deals with these bones, like the skeleton, skeletal system, okay. Who did not read in the last class? I'm sorry, who did not read in the last section? Hami, would you like to read?
Okay.
Can I get you to read number 1 and number 2?
Okay. Number 1, skull, the bones of the head that surround and protect the brain.
Yeah, I just want to say that it is pronounced as skull.
Okay, skull.
Perfect.
Number 2, ribs, narrow bones that curve around the body from the spine in back to the breastbone in front.
Spine.
Ribs.
Sorry, this word is spine.
Okay, from the spine in back to the breastbone in front. Ribs protect the organs inside.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Hami. Okay, so we have the skull. Everybody knows what the skull is. What organ is inside the skull?
Brain.
Perfect. Yeah. So our brain is housed inside the skull. The skull is what protects our brain from damage, from basically, hitting against our head. And our brain is actually very, very soft. And the reason that sometimes you can die if you hit your head or if you fall and you hit your head on the ground is because your brain, it hits against the back of your skull. Your skull is very, very, very thick. It's one of the thickest bones in your body. And the brain hits against the back of the skull and it hits so hard that it bursts. So that's what actually happens when you fall or you hit your head. That's a fatal injury because your brain is hitting against the skull and it's burst and it's squished and all the blood flows out and you have brain damage and you die. Okay, so skull is one of the most important brains in our one of the most important bones in our body because it protects the brain. Awesome. And we have the ribs. So the ribs are, if you can see on this diagram, this very, very tiny, oh my god, why is it not moving? Okay, so these 4. So of course we have more than 4 ribs, but this part of our skeletal system are called the ribs, okay? And which organs are inside the ribs?
Lungs. Ribs.
Lung and the heart. And lung and the heart and the stomach.
No stomach.
I think the stomach is no.
Stomach is under.
Lungs mainly. We mainly have lungs and the heart inside.
2 parts of lungs and heart.
I think she's not here.
She left.
Hina.
Where's my teacher?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hina.
Okay.
What is the problem?
We wait you.
You're muted.
I'm sorry I left you guys for 2 minutes on your own. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm at the library and I think they were doing some sort of repair on the internet. I'm not too sure, but we have like a good 7 minutes, so we can cover a couple of more terms. I read that you guys were talking about the discussing on your own. So do you want to go on? Yes, I hope the disturbance wasn't too much to turn people off. Okay.
Let's continue.
Let's continue? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to share my screen once again. There we go. Okay. So I was asking, I remember because it was complete silence, what organs of the body do the ribs protect?
Lungs.
Heart. Lungs.
Lungs.
Heart and lungs, yeah. So the main organs that the ribs protect are the heart and the lungs, okay? Awesome. Next, who would like to read next? Who hasn't read yet? Steph, do you want to read next?
Yes.
Okay, can I get you? Yeah, 3 and 4.
Humerus, the long bone of the upper arm that extends from shoulder to elbow. And 4 vertebrae bones that form the backbone.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Steph. So humerus is the long bone of the upper arm that extends from the shoulder to the elbow. That's pretty self-explanatory. So if you can look at my screen and you see this little skeleton on top, it's this bone right here. So let me make it a little bigger. So this bone here is called the humerus. Okay, extends from the shoulder all the way down to the elbow. And did you guys know that the elbow is the strongest bone in the body? Yeah. So this part of the humerus is the strongest part of our body. So the elbow can withstand a lot. So to break your elbow would require a lot of force because it's one of the strongest bones. Okay. So that bone is called the humerus, and then you have vertebrae. So bones that form the backbone. Everybody knows what the backbone is, right? Like the spine that forms our back is called the backbone.
Yeah.
Okay? And the vertebrae, so if you can see this little skeleton here, this single piece is called a vertebrae. So you have vertebrates. So in plural form, the entire backbone is made of vertebrates. This one bone is called a vertebrae. All right? Is that clear?
And there are 33 small pieces in vertebrae. Is it true?
I'm not too sure of the number. I'm not too sure how many pieces make up the vertebrae, but does somebody know the total number of bones in the body? How many bones we have in our body total?
13.
Over 200.
Over 200.
210.
210. I think it's 206, isn't it? Does anybody know?
It is changeable. Some sources.
Yes, it's 206. I just.
Yeah, it's 206. So the total number of bones in the entire body are 206. But I'm not sure how many vertebrates we have. I don't want to give you guys a wrong number. Okay? Perfect. So humerus vertebrae.
It doesn't depend on the person.
It doesn't depend. No. That's not how it works. Every human being has the same number of vertebrates. Like the same number of vertebrae. Okay, the vertebrate, the spinal cord column, is a specific length for every human being. And if you have an extra vertebrae, then that's an abnormality. Okay, there's a condition in which you have extra vertebrae, and then you have a tail. Does anybody know that the end of our vertebrae used to be a tail?
Tailbone.
Yeah, exactly. So the last bone in the vertebrate column is called the tailbone because we evolved, human beings evolved over millions of years from organisms that had tails. Our vertebrates shortened because we don't have tails because we don't need them. So if you have extra vertebrae, then you probably have a tail because it extends outside of your skin and gives you the look that you have a tail. So that's a condition some people have. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Steph, for reading that for us. And we have time for somebody to read just 2 more. Who would like to read last? Who would like to read?
Can I read?
Yeah, go ahead. Can you read number 5 and number 6?
Numbers 5, pelvis, a basin-shaped structure in the skeleton. Number 6, ulna, the bone on the little finger, side of the forearm.
Forearm, perfect. So the pelvis is another really big bone in our body, and it's basin-shaped, so this is the pelvis. So what's another name for the pelvis? A more common name that we use?
The hips.
Exactly. Another name for the pelvis is the hip bone. Hip, H-I-P. So the hips, pelvis is the hip bone, and then the ulna is, so there's 2 bones in the forearm. The forearm is the front part of our arm. So this bone here, the first one that you see, this is the ulna, and then the back one is the radius. Okay, so basically these 3 bones, ulna, radius, and humerus, they make up our arm. All right, and I think that is all the time that we have for this class today. Let me just screen share. Okay, so what did everybody think? Did you like this class? Was it better than the last one? First one was better.
It's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
Thanks for the class.
Oh, no, you're welcome. I want to know, do you guys want me to schedule another class so I can continue teaching all the other parts that we couldn't get to? So we'll cover all the other diagrams that we have in the Google document. Yes. Okay?
Please.
Yeah, Hyujin, I hope you'll be able to make it for that class. Hyujin recommended this class, so I'd love it if you were there. Danny, I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you, but welcome to class. And thanks everybody for showing up. I hope it was an informative and fun class for everyone. I'll try to schedule a couple of more so we can finish up what we left behind. All right? So for right now, oh, and for all those who are new, I have a Facebook page. I always ask people to make suggestions for topics that they would like me to cover. I'll link you my page right now so you can go there and then you can suggest what class you would like me to schedule for the future, and then I'll make sure I schedule a class on that topic. All right? But for right now, I'm out. Thanks everyone. I'll see everybody in like 3 hours. I have another class in 3 hours. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thanks everyone. Bye. Bye, Hyujin.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Steph.
Thank you very much for everything.
You're welcome. Bye, Steph. Bye, everyone. See you later.